All right, guys, good morning. Update video. This is going to be a little more talky video, but it's going to be update on everything that's been going around here other than our little mini cabin build. Solar's doing great. I did a full video on that like a month ago, so if you want a more thorough explanation and talk about solar, check that video out. I'll try to put a card in the corner. Hundreds of people have been asking about the new mini split that we installed, that heat pump. It heats and cools the cabin now. On heat mode, it seems to be drawing around 500 watts, which is a third of what a traditional electric heater draws. We had a 3-day spit of 88 degrees. I let the cabin get up to 80 degrees and then turned it on, and it was running at 760 watts all day. So it was like pulling the humidity out of the air, dropping the temperature, but it would maintain it all day. It wouldn't even like basically touch the power in my batteries because we were producing in excess of 1200 watts, 1200 to 1500 watts all day long when the sun's shining. So it would never even draw from my batteries. It's just basically using the solar energy directly because it has excess, and it was charging the battery as well. General update on the air conditioner is it's working great. We're getting back into a few cool days here, so we don't have to run it. 700 watts for a 12K BTU air conditioner that cools our whole cabin. Like, it even cools the bedroom. Like, I was a little worried that it wouldn't reach into the bedroom and cool the bedroom, but it kept the bedroom at like 73 degrees, and the actual cabin would be around 71. So it worked great. Never in my life did I imagine we'd have a mini split. Well, I always dreamed that there was something that would happen, but or be possible to work, and it does. 12,000 BTU mini split heats and cools. Obviously in the winter we'll be using firewood in the wood stove to heat, but on cool days in the spring and fall when there's enough sunshine and we have enough energy in the solar shed, we can heat the cabin for a couple hours and not have to build a fire and be uncomfortable or chilly. That's going to save us firewood too. That's pretty cool. That's a couple less fires I have to make. Let's say we save half or a face cord of wood every year. That's pretty significant. That's $75 to $125 worth of wood, or a day's worth of work, or half a day's worth of work. A face cord of wood. So, but anyway, solar's doing great. Mini split's working awesome. I would highly recommend the mini split to anyone.
All right, guys, today's video is sponsored by the HOVERAir X1. They make an awesome little pocket-sized self-flying drone. We've been using a lot with the mini cabin build. I've been able to capture Jay working up higher without having to climb on a ladder myself. I love this little pocket-sized drone. It's super easy for me to fly around. I have so much fun with it. I can easily pop out in the morning and capture some cool video or cool snapshots, and it's all easily downloadable, which I really like. I can just download it straight to my phone from the app, and I can share it on Facebook or Instagram. It has a whole bunch of different modes on it. Zoom out, so you can stand there and it will zoom out. It'll take a video or a photo. I really like this mode. I can get a nice photo with Jay and I. Follow is actually probably one of my favorite modes because I love to go walk with the pups and it will follow me. Bird eye is also a fun mode to use. I think I used that on our dry pour concrete video. So let's go do the bird's eye real quick.
15 meters, bird eye.
Just hold it out in front of you like that. I love this thing, guys. I'm a really big fan of it. It's a lot of fun to use. It's super easy. Anybody can use this. Doesn't matter how old you are, how young you are. So another awesome feature about the HOVERAir X1 is that you can film everything vertically. And this is important for people that are making reels, shorts, and TikToks. It's super small. It fits right into my pocket. This is also great because it's got a photo and video mode on it, and you can get a whole big group of people together and do one easy, awesome photo that's up in the air. You don't have to worry about anybody missing out on a picture or anything. These are a great gift for anybody. If you know anybody that loves photography or loves content creating, this is a great gift. And if you use the link below, Hover is going to have the very best deal for you guys, so I highly recommend checking it out. We've been super happy with it. Thank you again, Hover, for sponsoring today's video. We would not be able to do any of this without our sponsors and our awesome viewers. Let's go catch back up with Jay.
Update on the dry pour and the dry pour steps. We have not corrected any of the little minor cosmetic things. We're going to do that in a different video. But yeah, concrete step. Our dry pour concrete step. Awesome. Perfect. Perfect for our application. You know, like, we didn't need more than one step, so we did one step, and it worked great. Dry pour here, no cracks, no shifting, no peeling of nothing dramatic happened to it. It's still looking good. No complaints. It's been 2 or 3 months since we did that. We did that in May, I think, so June. So it's been about 2 months. You guys wouldn't believe this garden, man. I'm so happy. Like, I love gardening. I'm not passionate about, well, I guess I am passionate. Maybe I am a passionate person. Maybe. maybe I get fired up about certain things. So gardening's one of them. Solar's one of them now. I used to fish a lot. I love fishing still. I don't get to do it as much as I used to, but look at my garden. Like, blueberries aren't doing so hot. Like, they're growing. I got fertilizer to fertilize them, so we'll put that on probably today because it's supposed to rain again tonight or tomorrow. Look at my garden. Like, holy moly. This is just composted manure from a farm that's about 10 miles away, maybe 15 miles away. And wow, my cucumbers are growing up my trellis like a weeds. Got baby cucumbers there. We probably have some better sized cucumbers down in here. I don't know yet. Yep, there's a little baby cucumber about the size of my pinky finger. I don't think there's any. Oh, there's a bigger one. There's a pickle size one. I'm trying to keep them on the trellis, but it's impossible. They're overtaking my pepper plants. Like, I need to keep this up in here because they're taking over my pepper plants and my peppers won't grow. So my peppers are getting taken over by the cucumbers, so I got to do a little bit of that today. But here's all my pepper plants. This is all in like a couple weeks, guys. I gave you a garden update a couple weeks ago. Everything's doubled in size. Like, literally. Here's my tiny little habanero plants are like 12 inches tall now. They were like 4 inches tall. Here's my jalapeno. Look, we got jalapenos. Look at that. Like, where did these all come from? Jalapenos back there. We got onions in here that Jenny planted. Look at these peppers. Look at that pepper. Look at these peppers.
Good job, sir.
What do you think?
Looks good. Our compost bin is doing good too, guys. We got some mystery plants growing in there, so we'll just let them grow in there and see what happens.
We're gonna have a lot of good compost for next year, eh?
Yeah.
We didn't use any of it this year because it was all fresh.
Yeah, so next year we'll be able to like turn it over and get
probably just throw it all right in this bed.
Yeah.
You know, before we plant stuff. Oh yeah,
too.
yeah, your flowers need compost, so we'll do that.
Turn it over, take all the dirt, and put all the old stuff down on the bottom, and
we should probably do like a second area or something somewhere, so then we can rotate every year or something. We'll figure it out.
Make another compost bin, you mean?
Yeah, like have 2 spots, because if you start, you can't take it out of there if it's got food in it. I mean, you can, but maybe just do it in the fall, so then it'll compost over the winter.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
That's what we do.
So,
Well, like cannoli.
Look at everything. Like, it's crazy. I need to pull these.
It keeps raining at night, guys, which is awesome because it pours. The last 2 nights it's poured, and then for like an hour or two, and then everything's nice and wet in the morning, and it's sunny.
It gets a good drink.
So then it gets a good healthy drink, and then it gets lots of sunshine the next day. So it's like a double win. Your raspberry plants are getting huge too.
Yeah.
They're going a little crazy.
We had a couple raspberry bushes from Barb at Different Kind of Quiet. They got berries on them. Some of these are wild raspberries, but these are... Oh, the berries got eaten by something. Yeah, so there's a couple wild raspberries in here too, but the dark green leaves are the ones from Barb. And then I brought a couple up from downstate, but I don't know if they survive. But these are all some wild raspberries and then some couple from Barb. So guys, if you want to see like an epic garden other than mine, like one that's impressive to anyone but impresses me, you should check out Dan and Barb at A Different Kind of Quiet. They are one, really good people. You know, they've been good to us already. They brought us stuff and we hung out with them a few times and we really enjoy hanging out with them. But she's got like a garden that would impress many. So you should check that out. Their cabin and area is beautiful too, but check out A Different Kind of Quiet. I've mentioned them like 3 or 4 times and they're good people. I like good people. So anyway, peppers galore. I need to do something with this cherry tomato plant because it's taken over my peppers too. Yeah, here's all my bell peppers are getting kind of choked out by the ginormous 7 foot tall. They were 6 foot tall. You know, a couple days ago. Now they're 7 foot tall. Look at them. They're like above my head. They're behind me, but they're up about a foot above my head. So it's a 7 foot tomato plant. They're in a raised bed, so maybe it's 6 foot. We'll just call it 6 foot. But 7 foot high. Tomatoes are starting to grow. Got lots of little cherry tomatoes on this one. Love cherry tomatoes for our salads. Lots of tomatoes here. Starting. Lots of peppers. I never have a lot of good luck with bell peppers for one reason or another. So I stopped growing them for a few years because the plant would always do good and then the peppers would get big or get small little peppers and then they'd mold. Too much water, I think I read. But yeah, I need to fix this tomato plant. Tomato plant toppled over, so I need to put some stuff on that when we're done here. Jenny's sunflowers took over her garlic. We picked her garlic. Our spinach, overgrown, crazy. Carrots, I don't know when these will be done, but they're full, like just very thick, so hopefully they grow okay. They're not too close to each other. All right guys, check this out. This is our these are our 3 new garden beds that I put in this spring. I got a trailer full of cow manure, not even composted, just cow manure, and threw it in here. We have a bunch of potatoes up here coming in from last year that I didn't get out of the ground. I thought I found them all, but I didn't. Those are growing. Here's all kinds of squash. Jen's pumpkin. I got a little bit of weeding to do. Here's our mystery plant from the compost bin. Look at it. Look at it. It is like a hybrid of some sort or some goofiness. It looks like a yellow squash, but it's got and more than one. It's got green end on it. Both of them. I thought it was just a fluke, but look. Like, what am I gonna do with this? I'm sure if I cut that up, it'll eat just like a squash, but anyway. That's our mystery plant from the compost bin you guys saw us plant. Oh shoot, so stepped on my watermelon. This is probably not going to do great this year unless we start getting some serious heat. Rhubarb, extra rhubarb. Jenny's got some sweet potatoes here that are growing into the path. Another watermelon. I'm sure these won't have enough time to grow because they're really small still. I thought I'd try them. Here's my Roma tomatoes. These are not growing as big as the ones in the bed, but they have tomatoes on them. Some Roma tomatoes. I don't know how well you can see them. Yellow squash galore already. Like, look. These are eating size already. We need to start eating them. There we go. Got our marigolds for protecting them. These are our zucchini. Jen's giant Mad Max or Big Max. Pumpkin is starting to go crazy. Cantaloupe, kind of melon. That's what that is. So those are finally starting to take off with this little bit of heat and rain. Look at this zucchini. Big. There you go. There's dinner. And then this is all my potato patch. A little bit of potatoes up there. They're doing really good too. But look at how big my potatoes got. Look at that. That's like 2.5 feet tall. Like waist high almost. Got green beans too. I'd eat those with a dinner. Look at that. Acorn squash. Look at all the acorn squash. This is all sand, guys, and I put like, I put maybe 5 tractor scoops, maybe not even that much, on top of all sand. And look how good everything's growing. I dread a day when there's no cows to poop. Hopefully we never see that in my life, because this is all just cow manure stuff to fertilize this. So how are you going to produce that much fertilizer? How are you going to fertilize all the stuff that everyone eats if you don't have cow manure? So that's pretty crazy. That's like, it's like a farmer's dream, cow manure. Pretty awesome, guys. My peas, last time I showed you guys my peas like 2 weeks ago, they were this tall. They're still not huge, but look at what they're doing. They're crawling up my tomato cages that I put in here. That one's about 2 foot tall. So there you go. There's my garden update and our update video in general. Potatoes are huge. I didn't cover them with dirt like you're supposed to / I wanted to, because they just grew so fast, and I warned you. I warned you. They'll still produce potatoes, but probably not as much as if I had covered them with dirt. I did plant the potatoes about 6 inches deep, maybe more like 8, so maybe that'll help produce more potatoes by them being a little deeper than originally. I think it said only to bury them like 3 or 4 inches, so maybe putting them an extra couple inches down will help. Lots of stuff to come, and I'm already nervous because I'm not going to get my root cellar done.
We're gonna get it done.
Well, I mean, all this stuff will be done growing by then, so I guess the root cellar will be there for next year, huh?
We'll figure it out.
Yeah. So anyway, here's my beautiful garden. It looks exactly like I imagined it in my head. Exactly. And we're gonna, you know, spread each bed 10 feet on either side next year. So it'll be twice, 3 times the size down here. Like I'll get another couple trailerfuls of compost, and they'll be all the way around this whole corner. That's gonna be freaking fantastic. And hopefully our blueberries take off, and next year they're doing better. Hopefully fertilizing them will help. Worst case scenario, we have a $500 to $1,000 lesson, which I don't like losing money, but maybe blueberries aren't the right thing to have up on top of the hilltop. Maybe they're too much work or too much upkeep, and maybe the environment's not the best for them up here. But we have all that garden space, so if the blueberries don't thrive in the next couple years, then I'll turn it into more garden. And we'll grow different stuff. We'll have this whole hillside full of vegetables and beautiful, beautiful stuff. So anyway, guys, thanks for hanging out with us. Jen's up front fiddle farting. So Jen's gardens, her flowers are doing great. Everything's beautiful. Thanks, guys, for hanging out with us. We appreciate you. If there's anything update-wise that I forgot to put in this video and you have questions about, ask it and I'll let you know. All right? Appreciate you. We'll see you in the next video.